What's going on, fellow Hot Wheels collectors? I picked up some old peg warmers from 2025, and amazingly, this was actually on a peg for over a year. This is the first color of the first casting of the 96 Viper GTS. And I drove this car from Florida to California once. Granted, partially driven that thing, so I have a bit of a nostalgia to this particular vehicle in the real world. And it just looks awesome. Even if I didn't drive it, I would buy this casting because this is a cool looking Viper. Alright, so it is number 4 of 10 of the then and now. It's 176 of 250 of that year, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, really strange that this was sitting on a peg for over a year. Crazy. Well, it's nice that it tells you what it is on the bottom. Like everything you want to know, what year of car it is even. It even tells you the brand of Hot Wheels, right? And there's a copyright there. It's plastic base, of course, and then the rivet here of the metal top coming through. It's actually pretty chunky here. This could be a heavy casting. Some exhaust tips coming out to the back. They're actually round, so that's pretty nice. And this is really, really cool. This is actually realistic looking. First, it has a license plate that says Viper. But what's it? It's not a state, right? It's gotta be Hot Wheels. Or what's this red text above Viper? Yeah, it's a Hot Wheels license plate. And then the racing stripes are actually carrying across here. But look at the taillights. Yeah, the taillight and turn signal printing is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's better than having no printing back here at all. But even if it wasn't printed, I think you could actually probably get some paint in here because there's a groove going on here. So if you want to touch it up, make it look nicer. And you can see here it looks metallic, but I almost feel like it's a transparent blue because you can see the casting here on the edge. So maybe it's a translucent blue. So we have some 5-spoke chromed wheels here, and then little casted in mirrors it looks like. Okay, nothing really else to talk about here. Okay, moving to the front, we have the fog lights, and so you could easily add some paint into that as well as the grill area here. And then again, the headlights, they look very realistic for what they are. You know, I really like how Hot Wheels has this print process, and it's a better print process than their premiums. They're not all pixelated, right? It's just black and silver. Okay, unfortunately the striping's a little off from this vent, but all in all, it's nice that they actually have the 3 stripes, 3 stripe prints here. And then we also have the Viper badge there. It looks relatively good. It's just not centered. The venting here above the wheels looks alright, and because the paint pooled in there, it looks darker than out here, so it looks like pretty realistic to me. It looks like the clear windows become this area here, these vents. Alright. Just look at the alignment of the stripes. The alignment of the stripes is pretty good. It's just not good with the actual vent up here, unfortunately. Alright, and it's also nice how they add this texture where it's not supposed to be glass. So that's kind of cool. And then we have the black interior. I'm going to need a flashlight. Cloudy windows though, somewhat cloudy. Yeah, actually very cloudy, hard to see. Small steering wheel, the stick shift there, the seats have some ribbing and headrests. I forget what those 2 round things there are. I don't know if they're speakers. I don't know, I don't remember, I apologize. Anyhow, we have the texture here for the door frame, the fuel filler there, and then I guess that's it. So not much to talk about, but it's a cool car. It's a cool casting. It actually looks pretty realistic with all the printing on the front and back. Yeah, I think this is worth backtracking if you're collecting Hot Wheels. There actually is a premium. I think it's GFCC that has this casting, but something about that brand, they just don't look like the photographs, so I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up the diecast, but I'm hoping someone comes back and does a resin version. An expensive resin model of this car. I would definitely buy that. Although the high curvature windows might pop loose. Okay, so a little fantasy action here. The Vanster, and it is 3 of 10 of the art cars. And I don't know, Netflix Arts Race? Is that? Oh, that's like a cartoon show, I think. Maybe this must have been in that cartoon show. I don't get Netflix. I'm too cheap. I'm too busy buying. I have to put my money towards Hot Wheels instead of watching Netflix. Okay, copyright of 2022. Sadly, it doesn't tell you what it is. This is at least the second time this has happened. I don't understand what Mattel is thinking. If they're making a vehicle that doesn't exist in the real world, how does someone pick this up and know what it is, right? That is so weird. Being an unrealistic car, they should just have this all blank and say Vanster here. They don't need to add all this fake stuff, right? It's very strange. At least it tells you it's a Hot Wheels, so I guess that's nice. Okay, well, we have some yellow aero disc wheels of the same size, and then we have some side pipes, I'm guessing, here. It looks like a Toyota Hiace, actually, a modern Hiace, or it actually looks like a Sid Mead designed vehicle. Sid Mead was a great designer from the 70s, I believe, and that's what this looks like was something he would have drawn in the 70s. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Hopefully I can pop that upwards. What? Hold on. Let's see if I totally scratch up this plastic. I find the plastic windows on Hot Wheels very easy to scratching prone. Come on now. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. Now it's just popping out there. I wonder if this will regain its shape, or you'd have to maybe take a hairdryer to it or something. Yeah, clearly this wasn't assembled very well. I'm not sure what to do. Oh, you know what's going on? This is a vent. It's an intentional vent, so that's kind of throwing it off a little bit. Although it is still crooked. Who are we kidding? That is not... I guess that's maybe the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. For some reason, I kind of feel like this edge should be horizontal, but maybe it's intentionally supposed to be at an angle like that. It's hard to say. Alright, so be mindful of that if you buy the Vanster. Not sure if that's well designed. I feel like what they should have done is just taken this blue plastic and have it fill in this whole area. You know, you keep the asymmetry, but there's simply no structure there. So that's too bad. Anyhow, nice little headlight details, little recessed grille. You could add some black paint in there. Big ducts here, interesting. And then that white plastic is shown there, and it looks like a sliding door, the hand grab. Funky Mondrian style paint job on this thing. Not sure what the N would be for, but there's the Hot Wheels banner. And what is that? Is that a name or just a yellow block? Hard to say. I'm not sure if this is a black text thing or not. Alright, rear thing and a European license plate area, some diffuser stuff. No taillights though, to my understanding. And up top, yeah, some grooves here, some bumps here, and like a split wing. That's interesting. I've never seen anything like that. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, this thing here. That's just really weird. Alright, really small steering wheel, some race harness action in that driver's seat, and no passengers apparently. So yeah, looks like a ram air induction here going to the turbo, and that turbo's leading back there, and unfortunately all this printing is covering up the engine area. And yeah, they got a big post blocking that. Yeah, I almost wish that this didn't have printing on the top here. In fact, I wish this wasn't textured. I'm sure that's supposed to be like a solid panel. That's why they textured it. But I'd rather, again, it's a fantasy car, so I'd rather just kind of see what's going on inside. Okay, moving on. This is just ridiculous. I really debated even buying this. It was inexpensive, but I really debated even buying this. It's so... But I like the... Yeah, maybe it's well designed. 3 of 5 of the Ride-Ons and Draggin Wagon. It's a good name. This is 68 of 250 up here. I'm gonna have to assume this is inspired by those flexible flyer wagons, those steel red things. I don't know if they still sell those things or not. But anyways, it tells you what it is, so that's nice. It doesn't tell you it's a Hot Wheels. The copyright there. And then we have maybe, well, I was going to say exhaust pipes, but maybe that's just a bumper. I'm not sure. Alright, so... Oh, I see, yeah, so that is a metal rivet, because this handle is metal to meet child safety. It's actually quite rigid, yeah. Interesting. Oh, it would have been so cool if you could spin that. I mean, being a rivet, I guess if a rivet wasn't so tight. Oh, but you know what it is? It's the plastic trapping it in place. Yeah, alright. So, yeah, the actual basin, or whatever you'd call that, of a wagon, it's plastic. It's a purplish metallic, I would say. And then the Draggin wagon is pretty legible. The Hot Wheels banner there, some racing decos, and then some white printing for the 5-spoke wheels. And then we have a number 3 here on the wing ends. Relatively thin struts for the wing as well. It's nice that this is passing air. And then what's going on back here? Maybe it's an electrically powered vehicle, right? Maybe it's just cooling ribs for an electric motor. Maybe. It's a fancy car, so of course I don't really know. Totally smooth in there. I'm trying to think if I have a character this small I could put in there. Oh, Lego size. Hold on. Not sure if it's going to work. This is a fake Lego race car driver. I actually reviewed it. I got it from AliExpress. Oh, wait a sec. That actually looks like Lego hand size. So maybe they were thinking about that when they designed this. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if it's because this is a fake Lego, but it looks like the hands are not parallel. I'm not sure if a real Lego has parallel hands when they're bent up like this. Yeah, the visor thing here. But anyways, it's still sticking on. Just trying to get the legs down. Alright, that's cool. It works, right? If you need a little vehicle for a Lego character, that makes sense. Or anything similar in size to a Lego character. Alright, a little weight check time. Yeah, relatively heavy. Even better. Yeah, I don't know, seems light. Yeah, and it is. So here's a real Lego character, and you can see, yeah, the hands are not parallel when they're in this position. This little crash test dummy thing. So that's unfortunate. They just angled, these things back. I suppose you could actually bend them, being a die cast. I just don't know how much. You know what? Maybe I will. Hold on. Let's see if we break this thing. Obviously, if you're going to scratch it up, I'm going to try to avoid the teeth of these pliers. I think if you bend it really slow, it shouldn't snap. Whoa, but that's really strong. I don't know if I could do it right now. You might actually literally have to try to put the thing in a vise just to get the leverage. Yeah, never mind. That's way too strong, that metal. It's just... I'm wondering if... Yeah, I suppose if you had a small vise, you could clamp it right there, and then you might be able to bend that, but just don't have the time right now. It's not that important. I'm not gonna actually leave a Lego character in this when I run it down a track, but we'll just leave that in here for the video. It's almost like I shouldn't even ask the traditional question of which one you like the most. I'd be surprised, but don't let other people tell you what you like. If you guys like these things more than that thing, that's cool by me. Maybe you have an irrational love of those little wagons you pull, or Legos. I do believe there is a Lego one. If I can get it for cheap, I will. It's like some sort of thing you put Lego blocks on, made by Hot Wheels. Alright, well anyhow, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this today, and we'll see you next time.